Hello, listeners. This is a friendly reminder that Edgelords of Barovia is a horror-based campaign, and as such, may contain material not suitable for all audiences. Details can be found in the episode description as to the nature of the horror and trauma in this episode. Thank you.
All right, and welcome back, listeners, to Sultans and Dragons Campaign 1, The Edgelords of Barovia. Last episodes, our heroes fought a vampire in the basement and found some mysterious blueprints for an interesting tool that may just come in handy. With that, let's see who gets their fun little 4th level vignette first. Silgor! All right, the rest of you. Take a moment, step outside. As you sit, working with these blueprints, you feel this tireless urge to complete it. It's like the more you start looking at this thing, the more your brain starts putting together what exactly this is. As if the weapon itself is almost calling you to finish it. There is this intense need to know, to understand. You find yourself making adjustments to these blueprints as you work, balancing the barrel more, recalibrating ratios of gunpowder to bullets, and your mind starts seeing all these tiny flaws that this crazed vampire was putting together and starts fixing every single one of them. You will not get the long rest this time. You will get a short rest. But of this, you are going to be able to create a beautiful weapon. This basically looks like a revolver. But the black metal barrel is so dark, it seems to eat the very light that is around it. And instead of that typical shine and shimmer that you would get on a piece of metal, this thing seems to suck in light. The barrel leads straight into this spinning round. You get 6 shots from this thing, which is pretty good considering we are not in Eberron. And this was an innovation you yourself added to this, was this revolving barrel of 6 shots. It's got this gorgeous red wood handle that looks as if the wood is made from this liquefied blood. It almost seems to flow and bleed as you hold it. And all over this thing are these scrawlings in arcane, whether it's your arcane or something that Doru had written onto them. And it's this very dark, infernal red color. And it's almost beautiful to look at because they're very flowy. They all flow into each other and spiral around each other. This is a beautiful piece of machinery. You gonna go try it?
Yes.
All right, so you decide you're gonna go test this thing out. And there are crows constantly in Drake's backyard. He's very much not a fan of them. So you take this weapon in your hand, and it is a perfect fit. It was literally built for you. And the first thing is you get this twinge of excitement, because this is something you built. This is something very new. You load the 6 bullets in, you pack the powder, and you take it, aim at this crow. You pull the trigger, and a spark of magic flows straight from you, down your arm, into the arcane scrawlings. They glow this blistering hot red as the bullet hurtles from the barrel. With a loud bang, you watch as the bullet hits this crow squarely in the chest. Having at least seen a gun before, being an artificer, you expected there to be a bit more blood. But instead, there's nothing. And you watch in this sense of morbid awe, as instead of blood flowing out of the crow, this blood-colored vapor floats up the barrel of the gun into the sigils, and the sigils almost drip this red coloring as the crow dies. So what you now have is a 6-shot revolver. It does 2d8 damage with a range of 90 to 120. It does have the reloading property, obviously, after 6 shots. Mm-hmm. And it has what's known as, I'm going to name this because you don't get to know exactly what it does yet, a blood convergence. Okay. What I need you to do is every time you shoot this gun, I want you to roll me a d10. For every shot you've taken, add a +1 to whatever you roll on that d10, okay? Tell me that number after every shot. If something needs to take place, I will let you know. Okay. So put that in your notes, because you will need to keep track of that. It is very important. And with that, you are now the proud owner of a Barovian pistol.
Yes. Finally get to do something that's not firebolts. No more messing up for me.
You really needed something that wasn't firebolt. Lucy and Drake are tired of taking your firebolts. Please do not shoot them. Alright, so you don't really have to take too long of a rest, being a skeleton and all. So you get lots of time to contemplate what's been going on with you. I imagine you're probably sitting there, staring at this ring, trying your best to remember as much as you can about this. As you sit there, staring at the ring in your hand, it weighs on you like this massive emotional stone wall. Why can't you remember her name? As you stare at the ring, you feel this twinge of warmth, as if the ring has been held in someone else's hands and then handed to you. As you look at it, it gets this cold, light blue light that dances along the edge of it. And as you look at this twinge of magic that surges through the ring, you feel as if someone, somewhere, is trying to protect you. And that's all you get to know about this.
I had one question for you I meant to ask you before. Could I end up taking the ring off enough to see inside of it for any engravings?
Sure. The only engraving that is inside of it looks to be a ring of flowers.
I think I know what this is, but I don't know what it is.
All right, so per usual, you are sitting down to do your update, and you settle into that loveliness of floating in the subconsciousness, and you get this ping.
Hello, Noah. We would like to update your apps. The console has given you access to the app Google. Would you like to install this?
Yes.
As you sit in this rest mode installing this app, you suddenly get this harsh technological denial sound.
Warning, virus detected.
I'm sorry, but downloading Google from a plane of dread connection has led to the download of a virus. We do not know the nature of this virus, but will monitor its functions and report when we discover its function. For now, the newly downloaded content must be handled with care. Use wisely.
Thank you.
So what you are going to get is you now have access to Google, for lack of a better term. And what Google is going to do for you is you will get advantage on any intelligence-based skill check. But after you have made 3 of these, you need to roll me a d20, add 3 to it, and let me know what your roll is.
And this is for the virus?
Yes, this is from the virus.
I don't like this. Okay.
So, that's what I have for you.
Okay.
Congratulations, you have a new app.
Thank you. I was kind of hoping it was going to be Clash Royale or something, not sponsored.
Yeah, unfortunately, just Google, but you're really, really bad at those intelligence checks.
Yeah, you're right.
So I figured this might help you be a little bit more, cleric-y.
I'll take what I can get.
All right, Lucy. You're one of the few who actually gets to sleep.
Awesome. Ha, sleeping.
You settle in for the night. Literally, Drake is like, I have a room I don't use. Go. Take my room. What do I care? And you will get to settle into what is actually a pretty peaceful sleep. For the first time in a really long time.
Oh, yeah.
Your dreams are pleasant. You have a lot of memories of you and your sister and your time together back in those early days, back when she was, very upbeat, very happy. And as you watch these fun times, these pleasant times, your memory starts to get a little bit darker, as if everything that you've seen the past 8 weeks is starting to have an influence on those memories. And as you start to descend deeper and deeper into this darkness, you find yourself in this one particular memory where your sister Lilith, literally pulls your own dagger and is holding it to your throat, repeating that same lovely, wonderful phrase of Athen Agit Ar. Athen Agit Ar, Lucifer. Athen Agit Ar. You bolt awake. You're sitting in Drake's room, right where you were, but something about the room feels off. It's as if you're only seeing the shadows of the room, not the actual light. You're still by yourself. The window's still closed, the door is closed. All of your stuff is still set aside so that you can put it back on when you wake up. And as you look, you hear the door open. Hey, bro.
Well, what?
You turn to see your sister. Her smile is soft and gentle. She wears the same scarf that you always remember her wearing. She even smells of lilacs and forest, just like you always recalled her. But as you turn to actually look at her, she has this very small mark in the center of her forehead, like a small cut. And every ounce of your being wants to scream in terror. But instead, you can't do anything. You just sit there. She takes off her scarf, hangs it on the coat rack near the door, and comes and sits across the bed from you, just like she used to when you were kids. She leans forward, looking straight into your face with that big, friendly tiefling smile that she always had, and goes, I figured you might respond a little bit better if I approached you as, well, something you trusted a little more. It's a pleasure to finally get to meet you face to face, Lucifer. I was so excited about our first meeting and hope that we can work together more in the future. With this, your sister will reach across and pat your hand. You and I could do so many great and wonderful things, Lucy. You just need to give up your fighting and trust me. And get Drake to trust you. Oh yes, that is very important. You must get Drake to trust you, because the three of us could be just great friends together, don't you think? And with that, she'll sit up. Well, thank you for the fun we've had already. I hope to see you soon. And she'll go to the door and she'll stop. And she'll look at the scarf that's hanging. I think I'll leave this. Something to remember me by. She'll open the door and leave. You find yourself once again bolting upright in the same bed. The light is back. You're seeing both the light and shadows. The window is now open. You can actually see Drake sitting in the window, giving you this very, very disturbed look. And the room seems to be all at peace.
Did you see that, or was that just me?
You sitting up and screaming in bed? I mean, that's kind of why I came over here.
Oh, okay. Lucy starts to get out of bed to try and get a glass of water, and just heads for the doorway.
Okay. As you come to the doorway, you look to the left where the coat rack is, and there's a scarf there. It is pitch black, just like your sister's always was, but this one seems to swirl with mist and shadows as you look at it more intensely.
Did you put this here?
No.
Okay. Then you don't mind if I take it?
Not really much of a scarf guy.
Okay. Lucy's going to take the scarf and just put it on immediately.
It smells like lilac and the forest.
Just like her. And then Lucy just leaves the room with that comment and goes to get a glass of water.
As you walk into the hall and you step into the shadows, you find yourself suddenly a lot further than you expected to be. As you're standing in the kitchen, in the shadow of a cabinet, and you know you just walked out of that room. What I have given you is a gift from the Forgotten God. This is what is known as the Shadow Scarf. What this will allow you to do is you can travel from one shadow to another for 60 feet. It does not invoke opportunity attacks. I will, however, need you to keep track of the number of times you use this. Every time you use this ability, I want you to roll a d20 and add the number of times you've used this to that number. Tell me that number every single time you use it. Got it?
Yes.
All right. Go get the rest of the crew.
First off.
I walked in here and she's like an evil doctor.
Maniacal.
So what does mine do?
Gee, don't you wish you knew?
God. So if mine has if it has a charge and has a failsafe, then what does it have a charge for?
I just want to point out you're really evil for that one. You're really evil.
We all have. If I'm thinking of this
so
right,
much.
and we all have the same idea, then that means we all have a failsafe and charges. So what does my ring have for charges?
You're so mean.
I think it's a ring of protection. I know what yours is and yours is.
He was out there speaking the whole time. I feel bad for him at this point. This isn't even like, oh man.
Right? You see what I mean now?
Yeah,
This is
it's
gonna
terrible.
hurt when I figure this out.
You were gonna be so
Let me
pissed
see
off
the-
later on.
Dude, can I put repeating shot on this?
Unfortunately, you cannot put repeating shot on that one because it's already
I don't
kind of.
Didn't chance
Is that
it.
the letter we
I don't think
received
you'd
from
want that
Strahd
anyways.
or not so Strahd?
Well, let me get there. So you all get up the next morning, ready to head out, and as you are leaving, you watch this small white bat come flying in and land.
Lucy immediately takes it.
You punk.
It's
Excuse
okay,
you.
let me read.
I have style now. You don't.
And
fast.
my wedding ring glows.
I don't care if it glows or not. I'm faster now.
Oh, I hope you trust your reading ability.
As Lucy takes the bat, he opens the letter up and reads, Dearest heroes, thank you
for handling that door problem. He was beginning to cause some issues within my ranks, as he was the first I've ever turned, and inasmuch not the most reliable or dependable. His absence from my ranks will not be missed. I know you plan on heading to Vallaki, but I must insist you come to Ravenloft. I have so much to discuss with you all. Jack, I think you owe me a bit of an apology for your past, and I want that given face to face with heartfelt sincerity. I have also decided you need to address your own past, and have sent a little gift your way. I hope you enjoy reliving traumatic moments of your life that you've forgotten. I hope you burn with grief and regret for having failed not just your own team, but me, my brother, and the entire country. You are not a hero, and you never will be. You are also not my brother's father. You are not my family. You failed your family. Don't try making your way into mine. Know it. I have felt the Council of Progress in my realm for some time. They are not welcome here, and neither are you. It would prove nothing to those technologically minded twits if I were to smite you. I will gladly see to your end next time we meet in person, but can wait till such a time. So, Gore, I don't know what you've made, but if I were you, I wouldn't trust it. Nothing good can come of Barovia, and the materials used in that weapon come from the old lands. I wouldn't trust anything about that weapon. If you bring that to me, I will gladly exchange it for something more powerful and blessed by the Forgotten God himself. He's quite generous, you know. Lucifer, did you enjoy your encounter with the Forgotten God, dear? He was quite pleased with how easily manipulated you are, and would love to chat things up with you again. Perhaps give you another gift like the one he left with you last time. Or maybe you haven't looked into that yet. Regardless, I would take advantage of that. He doesn't give gifts very often, and he has so much more he wants to show you and teach you. And finally, to Mal, I miss you, little brother. We could be so much if you just came to me. You know we can't trust these interlopers. They aren't from Barovia. They aren't family. You trusted Jack before, and he failed you. What makes you believe that this time will be any different? I can protect you this time. I killed Strahd, so you have nothing to fear, Mal. We will be a family once again. I await your presence in my court, tiny heroes. I hope you don't get sidetracked, as I would hate to have to send an envoy to come and meet you and guide you in the right direction.
Sincerely, Irina von Strahd.
Can I see?
Here you go.
You know, I considered giving her an apology. I considered showing up to that castle and saying sorry. I mean this in the nicest way, but I'd rather push her off the cliff.
Someone roll me an insight?
I'll do it.
Not Jack.
I'll do it.
Wait, I have +5. Let me roll it.
Would you like to give me advantage?
No, I'm rolling it.
Would you like to give me advantage?
Definitely not.
I already rolled.
At 23.
Oh, we'll go with this.
As Jack's sitting over here talking, you watch as Drake is just kind of sitting there, kind of sinking more into himself with that look of, can we please just not have this conversation?
Hey, guys. As much as we'd all love to be here, I think it's time now that we're rested to skedaddle.
Yeah, and I'm also noticing this. She really wants us to go.
I think we should plan our escape from this town.
I was going to say that if you would have let me finish. I'm noticing that she wants us to go towards her.
Jack, you're arguing with a 5-year-old.
Other way.
I am 5.
You say that like it's gonna fix every problem.
Let's
write a letter and send it back to her and just have in big bold letters.
All right, smart guy, go ahead.
Or we could just get out of here.
I agree with that.
Yep.
I think we should go with Captain Krabby Pants.
We have things we need to find. We even stand a chance at fighting whatever this is.
Oh, your sister.
Thank you for the reminder.
Yes, thank you.
If you want, I could try to stab him.
Anyway, let's get
Don't stab him,
out
please,
of
for the love
here.
of God.
I want to stab Noah.
Is Drake will literally grab his bag and start walking down the road without you all.
I follow immediately after him.
Hey guys, want to see my newfound speed?
When did it get so fast?
You want to
Is
see
this
my
the new
new made
update?
gun?
Calculating the fastest route.
I got GPS too. Let's go.
What is GPS?
Don't worry about it. Update stuff, you would understand.
All right, after your guys' first day of travel and your lovely letter from Arena, you all set out into the Slavic woods towards the next big city, which would be Valaki.
I'm really glad I got mobility, because...
Isilgor, keep an eye on those two. Those two are not okay together.
Come on, guys. Let's go.
Oh my gosh, look at this newfound speed.
So,
Is this what you guys felt like?
Guys, look! I can keep up, 60 feet! 60 feet dash!
I got longer legs. my new parts came in.
I was like 7 foot. Can we make that canonical? I
Yes,
got
we
longer
can.
legs.
We probably could.
as you continue to talk about this, you watch Drake increase his speed, walking faster.
Lucy increases his speed to match Drake's pace. Is anyone else in earshot?
They're about 20 feet behind you.
We can still hear you, yeah. Unless you
It
whisper
depends
really
on where you're
quietly.
standing. You could probably whisper something.
Alright, then I'd like to just start whispering to Drake. You good, dude?
Dealing with it.
Is this about your sister?
Yes, obviously.
You know, I had a sister.
Yes.
She's dead now, but
Must be nice.
no. I moved the scarf a little bit to notion to it. This scarf was hers. It should not be here.
Lovely. Seems you had an eventful evening as well.
Yeah. Someone pretending to be my sister left it in the room.
You sure you should be wearing that?
Well, all I found out is that I can skip through shadows with it, so it's useful at least.
That is incredibly useful.
Yep.
At least you got something useful out of it.
I mean, we could always test to see if I could bring someone else along with me. Probably won't work, but
Interesting theory.
yeah.
While you all were having wonderful times, well, maybe not so wonderful times, finding scarves of your dead sisters and making guns and having deep contemplated thoughts with consoles of progress and whatever Jack does with his free time,
Play a xylophone.
I got to have the most lovely conversation with my sister. That is not my sister.
What did she say?
Pretty much the same thing that we've heard over and over and over again. This is the forgotten God. This is the messenger. We could be so great. We could be so powerful. Just give in. Yada yada, typical everything I've heard. And the worst part is it all sounded really, really nice.
If I'm gonna be honest, Drake, it might not be a bad idea to try to reconcile. Of course, we don't have to do that anytime soon.
For now, I'm dealing with this in the way I know best. The way I've dealt with every problem in my life. Grab a bag and run in the opposite direction. Let's just go see if we can find something that can maybe help us deal with this.
Yeah. And after that, Lucy just goes silent for the rest of the way.
Can I roll perception to see if I could canonically hear that?
Sure!
14.
On a 14, I'm gonna go with no. The two of them are pretty good at being fairly quiet.
Could I try?
I'm not even listening. I'm just paying attention to my gun still.
You're
Still just
just-
looking at it.
It's very exciting. It's very pretty.
Very, like, I have bags under my eyes because I'm still tired. But I'm like, yeah!
This is the coolest thing.
Could I try?
Sure.
Oh god. I'm taking that, whatever it is.
What if it's a nat 20?
It wasn't. Oh my god.
You already said you're not taking it.
Yeah, no. An 18. That's not bad. No, that's just not counting my perception or my. What was it? Perception?
I will give you. You don't hear a lot of it.
I didn't even get to add my perception modifier yet.
Couple mentions of things. I'm telling you. Trust me on this one. Because I got to use Lucy's advantage. It was like a natural 20.
Well, it's 18 plus 3.
What if I give him? I can use guidance, which gives him a +4.
It's too late.
Not how
It's too
this
late.
works.
Boo.
So, as you guys walk through, everybody roll me an intelligence check.
Good luck. Actually, that's perfect.
Oh my god. Okay.
That
I
is
don't
a
know.
7.
The question is, should I use it? Do I have to say I'm about to use it, or can I roll first and then see what happens?
Isn't it
You
automatic?
say you have to use it first.
Oh my god. Is it worth it? Because if it's just gonna be like I can see like a
17.
a
I got
delicious
a 7.
sandwich, I'm gonna be really mad.
Wait, what are you rolling? Intelligence?
Intelligence, but
It's
if I use my
intelligence.
thing too many times, I'm gonna get cursed. I have a virus inside me.
Dude, I don't even know what mine does.
Basically, what happens to Lucy?
If it has a
my
fail
God.
safe, that
Wait,
means
what'd
it
you
has
guys roll? Wait, I
charges.
want to see what you guys roll.
I rolled a
first.
7.
I rolled a 17.
Oh, excuse me. You have to roll that die before knowing what the rest of your team got.
I didn't hear it. Okay, fine. I'll use it with advantage. 3. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Very
You rolled
good.
negative
That
one.
one, I'm gonna laugh.
You're in 5.
This is so stupid.
It's not gonna work at all with you.
This game's stupid. I just cursed myself for no reason.
As you hear Google, calculating route. I'm sorry, you are out of range.
Oh my god. This is stupid.
So what was your roll, Silgor?
13.
I'm 17.
On a 17, Jack, you've traveled the road between Barovia and Valaki a couple of times.
With Drake?
With Drake.
Okay.
This road feels off. You're not sure why, but it feels like it's going in the wrong direction. You seem to be going deeper and deeper into the woods.
Guys, I think we might be lost.
If only my stupid GPS would work.
Drake, you might want to slow down a bit. You're going the wrong way.
As he stops, there's only one road.
Before, there may have only been one road, but since you are the new Strahd, it may have switched and it may no longer be just one road. Strahd controlled the land, that means you control the land.
If he can control the land, then he can choose where to go.
I thought we established that his
I think-
sister controls the land.
No, he's Strahd right now. But I think what's wrong is he's upset, so it's toying with him or driving him the wrong way.
Do you want a hug?
No, I do not want a hug.
No, it is sad.
As you watch Drake.
Do you want to go eat another orphan?
Okay, Jack, maybe you need to shut up.
Yeah, just stop talking. That's fair.
No offense, Jack, but you're wearing on my nerves. I'm still dealing with the fact that you're not just a skeleton, but actually the person who's the reason that I am the way I am. You might want to watch what you say right now. He will take a moment. He'll pull out the little orb that he always uses, and he'll sit there and channel magic through it. You all watch as the sky gets a little lighter. It's a little bit nicer of a day, but the trees and the road seem to press in closer.
Well, I'm not going to question this.
He'll stop. This isn't me. I don't know what this is. As you look behind you, what was the road you came from is now nothing but forest.
She's not happy, is she?
No, I don't think she is.
Well, there's not really any other way we can go right now, so let's just keep moving forward.
Oh wait, could I use my my navigator tools to try and see if I can find any way to go towards the town?
At this point, your biggest problem is you have no identifiable landmarks. Everything has shifted. Maybe if we can go a little further and find at least something, we might be able to point ourselves in the right direction.
Or we might end up back at Barovia, or even worse, back at her castle.
Well, at least then we have an identifiable landmark to run the heck away from.
Could we send Lucy up into the trees with your dexterity and then see if she can get like a view?
Well, Lucy, how do you feel about flying?
How tall are the trees?
The nice way. I'm not going to throw you. I have the ability to lift you nicely.
No offense, Jack. I just don't trust you.
I'm 5. I could throw you.
I don't trust you.
He could throw you. I can actually safely lift you.
I'll just
and
climb
bring
up
you
the
back
tree.
down.
As Drake's like, I got this. Come on, Lucy. As he'll just walk up the side of the tree. Come on.
Lucy just grabs his hand as it hangs there.
And Drake will walk you to the top. What you get is there is a whole lot of forest. You guys have maybe been on the road an hour. You should still be able to see Barovia from where you're at, and it is gone.
Do I see any like mountains in the distance or anything of that sort?
The only thing you can see from where you are at is down the road that you're headed on. There looks to be some sort of a pillar, like a stone pillar.
All right.
Wait, take me up there and I want to see if I can roll perception.
I can lift you up there.
Can he do that and then I can roll perception? Okay.
So Jack holds his hand out as you begin to lift off the ground, and
You're
are now
really...
at the...
I'm 300 pounds.
No,
He's
I'm
using
psychic.
mine.
Oh, okay.
Yes, I'm just grabbing you by your collar.
You have
I just walked over there,
really
grabbed you by your
strong
leg, and
psychic
lifted
powers.
you in.
Okay, so...
As he lifts you up, and you are now at the same head level Lucy is.
I rolled a 2.
Can I give him advantage?
No.
I can't even yell to him, like, look for certain landmarks.
What if I lift him up with just my pure muscle? Because I have strength.
Okay, that's not how it works.
Please.
We're not portal gunning this.
All right. Well, I think we've seen all we've seen.
As Drake looks over at you, how's the view?
I'm 5. It fixes every problem.
We know.
Exactly why I don't trust him.
Oh my god.
All right. Let's get.
You know what? You're banned from my back. I'm sick and tired of this.
Sure. I don't need you anymore.
Whatever. Anyway, any plans?
Well, let's see what they find out, and we'll probably figure something out from there. Lucy's in a bit of a childish mood. So yeah, we'll figure something out.
Lucy's now 5.
All right, so you and Drake will climb back down. So,
See any flying robots up there?
Yes, actually, yes.
I know, it's weird.
I'm so excited that you have new abilities. We're so happy for you. Anyhow.
Could we just take Jack's head with us?
Technically, yes.
That's the part that talks. Are you sure we can't kick that part in a ditch?
I was about to say, let's bring the rest of him.
That
I
would.
rest
want
of
to
it
use
is
my
weird.
strength to
So-
punch the trees.
This is Jack's villain story here. His party had taken his skull and tied him to a random wolf, and now he is off with some random wolf in the den as they took all his armor and gear and left. This is Jack's villain story here. Listen up.
To be fair, you are in a party with angsty teenagers.
Well, anyways, there is just some kind of pillar down the road. That's the only thing as we saw up there.
If my memory serves me correct, back before Barovia was an established country, the Vistani used to build what's known as a stone cairn. They're kind of like a wayfinder. Yes.
Oh.
Oh, Lord. Get the giggles out over Karen.
The stone Karen.
All right. Well,
To be fair, you always led the way whenever we went, so I probably don't remember him too well.
It's a stone pillar, Jack.
I've gathered it was made of stone.
Jack, don't be condescending.
You take stones that are flat and you stack them together to make a wayfinder so that you can easily figure out which direction you should be going in.
I figured it was made of wood.
Yeah, you know that idea we're tying Jack's head to a wolf and taking the rest of his body sounds really good right now.
Look, let's just go to this stone cairn and see if maybe we can find some sort of identifying marker that might be able to lead us someplace hopefully recognizable.
Yeah, Lucy takes the lead on this. He just starts walking.
Okay.
I will follow right behind you.
I will use my cool sprinting abilities and sprint ahead, because I can.
Jack stays in the back and
Drake is just going to file in the center, like he usually does. All right, as you walk down this path, you find it starting to go deeper into these woods. The trees, again, pressing in closer and more aggressively towards the edge of the road, as if forcing you to stay just on this path. And as you start to get closer to this stone pillar that you saw from a distance, you're met by this pungent, iron-filled stench and this oppressive odor of decay. You two, who are probably behind Drake, would watch as he, immediately stops and gets that very repulsed look that he gets whenever he smells blood.
Lucy pulls his scarf up over his nose and just holds it there so he can't smell it.
wait, pull it over Lucy's nose or Drake's?
Mine.
Oh.
No, Drake will do his typical. He's quite used to dealing with this.
I don't smell.
I don't either, but we won't mention that.
Okay.
It may just be me,
It's all right.
but I don't remember the road moving quite like this, and I definitely don't recall it reeking of blood.
Well, no matter how bad this looks, we don't really have much else of a choice, so...
We could go into the forest.
Drake will pull a cloth out, wrap it around his mouth. I promise I won't eat you.
I have an extra black cloth if you want to put it over for double protection.
We're good.
I also have some rotisserie chicken if that'll satisfy.
Yes, let's fill it full of cranberry sauce and let him suck the cranberry sauce out of it.
Not quite as satisfying.
Okay.
Maybe
Just-
as like a placebo.
Placebo.
As you guys round the bend in the trees, you're met by what you initially thought was going to be just a large stone pillar has suddenly become this morbid, almost altar in the center of the woods. The pillar is made from stacking flat stones and has been unceremoniously decorated with the corpses of varying creatures. Within a glance, you see skulls, hides, and organs of everything from wolves to humans. While some still drip with fresh gore, others seem to be dripping and dried from being out here for days on end. But what seems consistent with every skull you see in this stack, there is a dark red mark in the center of its two eyes, drawn with the blood of whatever creature it was. You also notice there seems to be that same lovely infernal scrawling of that lovely, lovely phrase you are also used to seeing.
Could I do something?
I'm gonna need a sanity save first.
Oh, man.
That is a
A nat 20.
19. Is that 19?
15 plus 2.
Lucy!
Dude, oh my god. You just got your sanity back. Come on.
I
Add
was
a
so
D4
proud
to
of
that.
you for being in.
D4?
Add a d4 to that, please.
Oh.
I was so proud.
Nice one.
I was so proud of you
That's
for
okay.
being in rehab, and you just.
Do you want to borrow my nat 20 dice?
No, as you stare at this, and Drake just very gently puts a hand on your shoulder. It's okay, Lucy.
Once Jack sees the scrawling and knows what it is, in anger, he slams his hand axe into the middle of it and leaves a huge gash into the words. I'm getting sick and tired of seeing this over and over and over.
Okay, we're gonna rush this. All right, thanks, Jack. All right, so as you slam your axe into this thing,
Goddamn Jack.
the rest of you watch as these 5 figures come drifting out of the shadows. They are all female. There are 5 of them, one very small one very tall one, all the others basically average sizes. And it's almost as if you're seeing them through a hazy mirror. They seem to be made of the shadows themselves as they emerge. And they are all these very pale, very beautiful in a dark way women. And they all pull these bows and they draw back and they let out a volley of arrows. I am going to need a skill check of either athletics, acrobatics, or survival from each of you.
What's my survival?
I think my survival's pretty good.
That's a 9.
Do I get advantage because I have a shield?
Do I get advantage because I have a shield and I'm closer to them?
It is just a straight roll. There are no advantages or disadvantages on this.
Oh, heck yeah, I got a +7 on that.
Yeah, that was a 9 for me.
Hold up.
Oh, and that's a natural 20. So 27 for Jack.
Hold
Make
up.
that a
Hold up.
19.
Would you all give me a moment?
No.
All right.
She's
So, in order, Lucy.
9.
15.
19.
27.
Okay. As these arrows go plummeting beside you all, you notice that these women seem to be hurting you. But after that initial volley of arrows, they vanish into the trees. As you sit kind of huddled behind this morbid pillar of death, you guys start to notice a number of paths that are hidden in the woods. There's also some writing on the stone that you could look at.
Jack looks at the writing.
Okay.
So does Lucy.
So what you two discover is that underneath the gore and underneath the writings of the messenger, you find underneath in what you guys are fairly familiar with seeing now as the Vistani handwriting. Does anybody speak Druidic?
No, wait, not Druidic. I
Not
speak
Druidic?
Draconic.
No.
Okay.
None of those are that nice. I expected demons and devils, not...
Ironically, Drake just took a level of Druid. So
What? Nice.
he is Strahd. He is the land.
Oh, yeah. that
I
makes
guess.
sense.
Don't question it.
So he will actually look at this and go, that's Vistani.
What does it say?
Basically, there's a lake and some sort of, I don't know, a temple? I'm really rusty at this. So he will point in two directions. The lake's that way, the temple's that way.
So either of two things are happening here. Your sister is giving us the way to find what we need to beat her, or she's leading us to traps.
It'd probably be more likely the second one. I doubt any proper villain would, give us the... Actually, she is a makeup of Strahd, and Strahd would probably do that.
Honestly, I don't really think she's much of a villain.
We also had to kind of dig to find this. So, look, we should probably pick a path either way, because I don't think that those lovely individuals are going to leave us alone anytime soon.
I say we take a vote.
Well, we haven't had much or very good luck with holy places recently.
Yeah, I was going to say to go to the river.
But also there is a lot worse stuff in a river, especially the fact, too, is that we aren't quite ready in case we get dragged under.
I am.
Oh, yes, we can breathe, but still. So, do we take the chance in case something attacks us and stay on land, or...
Can you tell us anything more about the temple or no?
I don't know. My logic tells me if this was something we were supposed to find easily, wouldn't you think she would have left it out for us to see, not covered it in stuff that's going to drive us insane?
I say we take the temple in case something attacks us. We're on an even playing field with it.
Agreed.
That's how I play.
You know it?
Yeah, let's take the temple.
All right.
All right. You all will head out and you will find your way to something that looks like a sinkhole that drains into a lower part of the forest. There's a set of stairs that leads down into this sinkhole, and the cliffs form a natural boundary here. Set into the great stone wall, you find a statue of what looks to be a great dragon, surrounded and covered by flowers. Though covered in moss and weathered, you notice that the heart of the dragon is pierced with a great steel axe. that's where we're going to end things for today. Thank you for joining us. Our players are Isaiah as Noit, Logan as Zilgor, Matthew as Lucifer, and Seth as Boney Jack. As always, I'm your Dungeon Master, Miss Rojas. Till next time, listeners, do you know the Forgotten God?